do we teach the universe story to children and young people who have different religious beliefs? Well, in a couple of words, we do it sensitively and inquiringly.
It's one of the most profound things. I mean, this actually is where we get into the more philosophical or mythological ideas. All tribes have creation myths, and that's about understanding where they came from and giving them a sense of purpose and place. We don't really have a creation myth for science. We don't have one for the universe. We just have the scientific story, but it doesn't really meet that kind of personal feeling about where I came from.
Because this whole summer school is about the Big Bang, so I thought, like on the first day we learned about a lot of values, and one of the values I learned was tolerance. So I thought, why don't I just learn about science and just hear what they've got to say about the way the world was created, and just tolerate that, and maybe just take that into consideration. Even though I don't believe it necessarily that the Big Bang Theory is actually what happened and that humans evolved, I believe that God made the humans, they brought them to Earth, and when it was actually perfect, like the environment was just good enough, there was oxygen, then that's when the humans were put on Earth. That's what I think.
I didn't know much about my faith and I didn't know much about the sciences. So the more I looked into it, the more I found out Islam and science and the universe story. It's not a conflicting story, it's more of a historical problem that we divide science and religion.
A global generation, our young people had a brilliant idea to put science and religion face to face. Well, actually side by side. What's your name?
My name's Religion, but my friends call me Faith or Spirituality.
My name's Modern Science.
How old are you?
Well, I have many roots, but I suppose my oldest one's about 4,000 years old.
I like religion, I've got many roots, but most agree that I was born in the Renaissance about 500 years ago.
How did it all begin?
Well, for me it all began with a supreme creator. He put this earth here and he put this planet here just for us. He put the plants, he put the animals here. And us humans have the responsibility of looking after it.
It began 14 billion years ago with the Big Bang, from which all things came.
What is your strength and what is your weakness?
My strengths, I suppose they're compassion. And for my weaknesses, it's probably not always seeing eye to eye with science. I mean, we don't always get along.
My strength is my curiosity to find out more about the world that we live in. My weakness is not getting on with religion.
What do you think would make the world a better place?
I suppose harmony. If we could just live in harmony, if we could work in harmony, that would make the world such an amazing place. If we could just be more open, put our differences aside for one day, the change that could happen would be incredible.
The world would be a better place if we talked about our differences and collaborated despite them. If we shared our thoughts and were open-minded, we could learn to live and get along.
I think it'd be a lot better if we got together more often. I'm sure we can put our differences aside for one day.
Yeah, if we share our thoughts and ideas, we'll get along.
Oh.